Hey guys, Frank here. Thanks for watching. So today's video is going to be about a comparison between the Glock 43X and the Glock 19. I'll just tell you guys up front, both of these guns are not loaded or clear. Okay. I'm going to keep the magazines in both guns just for a full apples to apples comparison. So a quick intro. I did a video very similar to this about 3 years ago between a Glock 43 and then this Glock 19. After much thought, I decided to trade in the Glock 43 and buy this Glock 43X. I thought this would be a good video to do because these guns are similar in a lot of ways, but they're different in many ways as well. And it might be helpful to someone who's trying to decide between which one to buy. So, to start out, I'll just tell you guys, the big difference you notice right away is the length of the slide between both guns. So if we hold these side by side, you guys can see that the Glock 19 is significantly longer. It's about 3/4 of an inch longer. So I believe the slide on this Glock 19 is about 6.5 inches, give or take a little bit. Yeah, something like that, about 6.5 inches. And the Glock 43X is about 5 3/4, somewhere in there. Yeah, something like that. So it's about 3/4 of an inch difference, which is a lot when you're concealed carrying. If you look at the width of the two, you can see again that the Glock 43X is significantly thinner than the Glock 19. So obviously, the Glock 43X, if you don't know, is a single stack pistol, and the Glock 19 is a double stack. So the thickness is definitely something worth bringing up to a person who wants to carry, concealed carry, this pistol. Because of the thickness, it can actually help you get a better purchase on the weapon. So here is the Glock 19. I'm going to show you guys, this is my grip on it. And then I do the same thing with the Glock 43X. It's hard to see, but my fingers come over a little bit further on the grip. And again, the reason for that is because it's more narrow. The grips themselves are basically identical in length. They're about the exact same. You guys can see these two are flush. They go all the way down to the, or go all the way up, I should say, to these sights. They're about the exact same. So it's going to be the width and the overall length that really defines the major differences between these guns. Another huge variable that you have to look at when you're thinking about which of these two to buy is the magazine capacity. So the Glock 19, as I said, it's a double stack pistol, meaning the rounds are on each side of the magazine. It's 15 plus 1, meaning 15 rounds in the mag, 1 in the chamber. If you come over here to the 43X, it's a single stack, and it's 10 plus 1. 10 rounds in the mag, 1 in the chamber. However, there's kind of an asterisk in this department because with the Glock 43X, there is an aftermarket magazine you can buy that fits actually 15 rounds in a flush magazine. So it's the exact same overall dimensions, but you get 15 plus 1, which is identical to the Glock 19. And that's a deal breaker for a lot of people, and it was for me. I don't own any of those mags right now, but I will buy some down the road. Another quick point worth bringing up is the weight of these two weapons. So if you have the Glock 19 here, again, magazines are in these weapons, but they're not loaded. No ammo. So we got 1 pound, 8 ounces, so that's 1.5 pounds for the Glock 19. Glock 43, 1 pound, 2.9 ounces. So you're looking at about 5.1 ounces difference. So that's again, it's a little bit of weight, but it adds up. It's definitely a point worth bringing up. Looks like between these two, not loaded for the most part, about 5 ounces of weight difference. So it's definitely something worth thinking about. Some other small nuances that I do want to bring up is when you're comparing the Gen 4 to the Glock 43X, you don't have any slide serrations like on the Gen 5s you do, but on the Gen 4s you do not. So it's an aesthetic thing and also a functional thing. if you want to rack the slide, holding it up front. Which, to some people, that's good. Other people, not so much. It's, again, a personal preference. Also, on the Glock 19, there is a rail here for mounting some kind of a light or an attachment. So it's hard to do this while holding in front of the camera, but you guys can see there's a quick mount, quick attach, quick detach mount there. It is very ideal. But to counter that, you can also say that there are light laser combos available that attach and mount to the trigger guard. So you can get around not having a light there. Maybe the Glock 43X will have some kind of rail. And that is a very sarcastic dry joke. So there you go. Anyway, there's other small differences. In this Gen 4 19, the grip itself has little spots where your fingers kind of go in between. If you look at the 43X, it's just a straight grip. Some people like that, some people don't. I'm kind of indifferent to it myself. It's not a deal breaker or anything like that, but it's a difference I thought I'd bring up. It seems like the triggers are very, very similar to me on both weapons. The Glock 19 and the Glock 43X on Glock's website says it's a 5.5 pound trigger. So it's pretty similar in that department. Overall, though, for concealed carrying, I think that the Glock 43X is better. Now the slide's not as long, so the barrel's not as long. You might not be quite as accurate with it as you are as the Glock 19, but if that's something deterring you, whatever weapon you practice with, you'll get more and more comfortable as time goes on. So whatever accuracy you may lack in the beginning with the 19, you could make up with the 43X. So it's something worth thinking about. And obviously there's other guns in Glock's lineup. So the Glock 48 is more or less the external dimension equivalent to the Glock 19, with the exception of the thickness, because it is a single stack, the Glock 48 that is. So it's just something worth bringing up, you guys. These are some of the big differences. Whatever you like the most is just personal preference. The best thing you can do is do research on it. Go to the store and try to handle one. If you can, shoot one before you buy it and see how you feel. And honestly, all of these guns are, I really like Glocks. Never had problems with mine. Very reliable. And they're weapons that are meant to be used. So I like both of these. I use this gun for home defense, and I carry this gun with me. I do still carry the 19 periodically as well. Oh, excuse me, I bumped the camera. But anyway, that's it, you guys. Those are the big differences that I wanted to make a video about and tell you guys. And if you have any questions, anything you want to bring up, any good points about things I missed, please mention them down in the comments. And if you've stuck around this long, you guys, please consider subscribing. Going to be a lot of cool videos about the Glock 43X in the future. I'm really excited to get this thing out to the range and spend some time with it. So that's it. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.